Hey guys, welcome back. DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And in today's video, going to be addressing the question that I got in a couple of comments. Basically, in short, it's WTF Animal Farm pigs and dogs. So like this one from Drip Rising, do you know why Animal Farm pigs is going down? Is it just sales, dynamic supply control algorithm, BUSD rewards, vol, blah, 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 blah. And Zoro answered it pretty well, but I'm going to go in deep dive on this, as well as Dwayne asked twice. Any idea why pigs are shitting the bed? I love that phrase. And what's happening to the price, though? Dogs going nowhere, pigs tanking. And for those of you that have been under a rock, this is what they're referring to. So way back about 5 months ago, we launched at the $150 mark, shot all the way up to 240 bucks. The farm paused basically, or stayed paused, and we sold off down to 50. Had this mini pump when we thought we were going to launch here, then another false launch here, and then sell-offs all the way till here. And we're now sitting just above $100. So nobody can deny the chart that this is not a sexy looking chart. It's kind of ugly, right? Kind of grim. And also, if you listen to any AMAs from Forex about the dogs, everybody was under the idea that the dog token would pump. And it did, you know, from $43 to 48, right? So that's definitely not moon status. So people want to know what the hell is going on. And this is exactly why I cover this on this channel, because you have these other channels that will tell you this stuff, and then the sentiment in the community is that people expect this to happen, and I try to give you guys the factual data, and that's why I'm going to break it down in here. So the short answer, and people want to know, or short question, and the answer is, you know, is it broken? What's going on? Is something wrong? And the short answer is no. It is actually operating exactly as intended, and the chart is reflecting exactly what it should be. There is literally zero things wrong, and it is working flawlessly. The problem is that people don't understand why. So that's what we're going to do here. So basically, we have the pigs token, right? Animal Farm pigs. With all of the changes on the farm, the pigs token is the only tradable asset on the farm. What do I mean by that? What I mean is if you get into any of these farms and pools, they all come with a tax to get in, a tax to get out, right? So you're getting hit in and out. Plus, all of the farms besides the two native farms all accrue dogs. And dogs right out the gate have a 90% vested tax model. So no one is really looking to buy dogs. So we're going to skip ahead and talk about dogs. No one wants to buy dogs. That's why it didn't jump that much. Instead, the smart money is going to farm them and just use that, because like, well, I had these assets sitting in my wallet anyway. I'm not going to put my money in a bear market into an asset that has 90% tax. Even though these people may have the long-term vision, it's still a bear market and you want your cash. So you don't want to lock up your tokens into an asset where you might need your liquidity later. So the smart money is instead looking at putting their money in here. There's 2 million there. There's 3 million there. Right? These are all stable coins. 1.7 there. Another almost million here. So they're putting their money here. They could have bought dogs, but I'm going to say flat out, not financial advice, but that'd be dumb. In a bear market, you want to have cash available, and the smart money, the whales, are doing exactly that. I'm sure they bought a little just so they can have exposure to it, but smart money instead is going to farm the dogs. Therefore, you're not going to see any price appreciation because nobody's buying them. You also won't see any sells on them because nobody's selling them at this stage, right? So that explains why dogs did not pump and why dogs are flat. We are in a macro bear market and in a crypto spring or winter, depending on who you talk to. Basically, that means we're not going anywhere. We're going to bounce around in the sludge, and it's not good. It's not bad. It's just kind of flat and nothing. So that is the spring. Winter could mean we go down lower, and that means people want to have money on the sidelines to purchase these blue chip assets like Bitcoin and ETH and BNB and ETH. So if we take another leg down, would you want to have your dry powder locked into an asset with 90% vesting on tax? No. Common sense says you want to have access to it just in case we go down. Nobody knows we're going down, but you want to have that access anyway. So that explains your dogs. So dogs are working exactly as intended, and smart money is playing it exactly as the game theory would dictate for someone who has understands the farm. On top of that, we have the global spectrum of the macro being played out in the animal farm. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is a lot of people don't understand the farm. So regardless of the AMAs and all that stuff, this farm that Forex created is insanely complex. This is why I devote my channel to one thing and one thing only. Everything else, you're just gambling. When people are like, yo, this new thing came out and I read a white paper. No, you didn't. You just gambled. So I'm still learning about this. And then I try to break this down for you guys so y'all can understand. Think about anybody on the outside. If they just glance and see what's going on here, and then they see this 90% tax on dogs, or the native token that you're going to earn for staking your assets, they're not going to come here initially. They're going to wait and see how this plays out, or go sit somewhere else. Even though they'll be earning less yield, the barrier to entry to understand is so in depth. The game theory he put on top of this makes this a bullish long-term play, and for those willing to do the research. But those that are just on the outside looking for an easy place to park capital, they're not going to do it. So that's another thing in a bear market. You don't want to invest in something you don't understand, even though I know, and we know following, that this is sustainable and it's a really smart play. Anyone that hasn't done the research isn't going to understand that, and they're just going to see, wait, a 90% tax, I'm out, I'm going to go somewhere else. So that's also keeping the price suppressed. All right, next. Just a quick message. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. This helps bring brand awareness to the channel, as well as all Forex Shark related projects. Thank you. Next, let's go back to the pigs. So back to the pigs, you only have two places that you can earn pigs, and both of them are tied to a asset that has the 90% tax. So when people are getting their pigs, if they are looking at short-term profits, what do you think they're going to do? Common sense says they want to realize these profits. They want to have cash in the bear market to buy assets. So when you farm your pigs, they're not going to go stick them in the pig pen and wait for $1 a day or whatever the case may be. They're going to dump them on the market. How do I know this? Well, I did a video way back when in April about what Forex did with the pigs token. And in here, the pigs total supply was 359,000 from the 16 million on the original farm. Well, what do we have here? 358,000. No new pigs have been minted. So the farm just got unpaused. So there wasn't an ability to buy more pigs or mint pigs prior to this. But when we go over to the piggy bank, the pig pen, we can also look and see that 300,000 are locked and 57,000 are available to buy, and we burned 45,000. So the smart money again is not really buying pigs. Some people are scooping them up. Smart money would be buying pigs, but instead they're just farming them with the dogs B&B. So that means this will slowly start minting out pigs. But if you're looking to get dry powder in this crypto bear market, then instead of you putting them in the pig pen, even though that's a long-term play, people might just instead turn around and sell them. Because again, it's the only tradable non-taxed asset on the farm. So expect a lot of volatility in the pigs. But the people that don't understand the game theory and understand what this is doing in the long run, or have a short-term mindset, or like I just mentioned before, haven't done the research to really see how this works out, they're just going to be looking to take profits, right? That's the whole reason people are in crypto. They want out of the traditional market because it's regulated and it doesn't have the great appreciation and returns that you can get in crypto. So they're trying to get in and get out and make money fast. So they're not looking to stay. And on top of that, don't forget, most projects fail. So why, if you're on the outside looking in, are you trying to stay in a project that you don't know anything about? It's taken me 500 plus videos and 9 months of content to slowly wrap my head around this. Nobody else is going to put that kind of work in to lock up their capital. They're going to instead put it on exchanges and lend it out or whatever the case may be. So that is the short and long answer of what's happening to the pigs and dogs. Nothing is wrong with the farm. It's operating exactly as intended. And for those of us that have listened to Forex and understand what he built, the name of the game is long-term play and not having to sell your assets. So right now, people are just selling their assets to realize profit. But if you can zoom out past this crypto spring into the crypto summer that will be coming inevitably, you are going to want to have a position for that. The goal is yes, to make some passive income now, but you should be really looking at the life-changing gains that can come in the crypto bull market. That's where the actual money is made, but the foundation is laid here. If you're familiar with actual farming and agriculture, you reap your harvest in the summer, but you prepare your land and everything else in the spring, the winter and spring. So if you don't prepare it, if you got nothing to sow, then nothing's going to come in the summer. You're not trying to plant in the summer. It's too hot and all this stuff like that. You're trying to actually benefit from the all the work you did before. It's no different, even though this is an analogy about farming. This is an animal farm, and crypto and all that relies on those same seasons, right? So people right now, unfortunately, just don't understand. And I said they do that because of what they've seen so far. Crypto has given them nothing but a bad taste in their mouth and projects that rug, and it's all about the get in, get out, pump and dumps. So they don't understand something that's actually designed to be here long term, because it's like the first of its kind. But for those of you following me, I showed you already on my previous video that anybody that got into drip after me would be down less than the rest of the market, even if you bought at all-time highs. So I believe this is the same thing. So right now is the time to accumulate. So that's why I got 30 pigs in my pig pen. So even though pigs are not doing anything fascinating, they're making about 3 cents per pig. So my goal is to get this up to 33 so that I can make $1 a day. And that's based off of the 300,000 being injected into the rewards vault. So I believe we will have, because remember, we're going to be able to vote, right, of how often we want these injections. So if we do 3 million a month, that means I make $1 a day off 33 pigs. Yeah, that's not much, but that's $30 a month. That's $360 a year. And I don't see this changing that much because of what I just explained to you guys. Nobody else is paying attention to how the farm is designed. And so if we can make that in the bear market, where do you think the actual animal farm can go in the future with the vaults and the collaborations and the scratch tickets and all that? So it's hard to understand it now because people want to make money now, and we're seeing the charts down and to the right, but it's actually working exactly as intended. I'm gonna be doing a video again to recap my journey. And I believe now with the farms on pause, I'm going to be in a lot better position. Even going to show that without referral rewards. So how this would actually work if you do this on your own. So hopefully this answered the question that was in the comments about why the pigs are down and why the dogs are flat, why they didn't move. Short answer again, TLDR, is that dogs have too much of a tax and it's too complicated for people outside looking in to understand. So they're not willing to farm as of yet. Maybe later on when this gets a little more traction under its belt, you'll see some capital coming in to farm dogs. And those of us that are in the know that are using dogs to farm pigs, they may be looking to get more dry powder. So they're selling some pigs. Maybe they have decent positions in the pig pen already, and they want dry powder for other stuff. So they're selling pigs to realize gains and still keeping a nice sizable position in the pig pen. But the point I made is that the pig pen vault hasn't increased, nor has the contract hasn't started minting any tokens. So I don't really know yet how many tokens are going to be minted here in these two core farms. That would be something to go look at on VFAT tools. But based on the amount in here, it's going to take a while to make a dent in that pig token contract balance. So I see the pig pen staying around 300,000 to a maximum of 360,000 because that's what's currently on the contract until it starts minting. And that means that at rewards, so if you get 360,000 BUSD rewards and you're paid out 3% of that per day times 0.03, that's $10,800 a day. If you had 360,000 pigs, still the 3 cents a pig that I was mentioning before. So I could see that very realistically getting to the 30 cents that I mentioned, because that would be 360,000. And if we get to 3 million, then you're making 30 cents a pig. That's just simple math. And that's not a lot of money, but that's in the bear market. And that is definitely doable within our ecosystem. All right, so hope as always that provided some value to you, gave you some answers for those that asked that question. Nothing's broken, it's working flawlessly, and it's doing exactly what Forex designed, meaning transferring value from the weak hands to the strong hands, and especially in crypto and in DeFi, from those that educate themselves and understand what's going on to those that don't. So you know the drill. Smash that HBO special, help a brother out, and leave that like and subscribe. And of course, as always, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.